Welcome to the second episode of the Cabana Podcast. I'm your host, Ray Cabana, and man, thank you for tuning in. For those of you out there who are tuning in right now to the Cabana Podcast, that really helps out a lot. I don't know why I started off my podcast drinking coffee that way, but let me tell you, the coffee that I have right now is one of the best coffees that I've ever done. So hey, don't judge me if I was really feeling that flavor, okay? Really don't judge me, okay? It's really good coffee. For those of you out there who are Hispanic mostly, Bustelo, Cafe Bustelo. That's the brand that I'm using right now, and surprisingly, it's very good compared to everything else that I've actually purchased in the past. Anyways, guys, let's stop talking about coffee right now, because let me tell you something. Every time that I get into a topic and I start talking about anything, I just really can talk about it. Like if I just started the podcast talking about coffee, I can talk 1 hour about coffee. I kid you not. That's how I am. You talk to me about anything, I'll keep talking like I'm doing right now. Okay, I'll just stop right now. Just stop. Okay, let's get going with what we are here for. Okay, welcome everybody. This is the second episode of the Cabana Podcast. Like I said, your host Ray Cabana here, and today we have an awesome show. Today we're gonna be talking about a couple of nerdy things here and there. We're gonna be talking about the Aquaman trailer. We're also gonna be talking about how confused I am with the Broly trailer, Dragon Ball Super Broly trailer number 2. How confused I am. I saw that trailer, and let me tell you, I'm still scratching my head in a couple of things. And we are also, well, I am also going to have a spicy, delicious, very nice rant, okay? I'm not gonna be rude, I'm not gonna be, the villain here or anything like that, but I really do have a rant against all of those people who just get ahead of themselves when it comes to Nintendo. In this time, I'm going to be talking about it specifically how some people just got way ahead of their game when it comes to the freaking Nintendo Switch Pro. Okay, so definitely we're having a great show, but before that, thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you who are watching right now, thank you so very much. You guys are awesome. It is because of you guys, besides the fact that this is my passion, the fact that you guys tune in is also a very important motivator for me. So thank you so much for supporting the Cabana Podcast, as well as Nerdy Cabana, the channel as a whole. Okay, right now as I am talking to you, we are at 89 subscribers. 89 subscribers, guys. We're 11 subscribers away of reaching 100 subscribers. That's insane. I mean, I've been doing this for how long? For 2 weeks at this point, and we're already going to have 100 Cabana members in the channel. Get out of here, man. That's more than amazing. So thank you for your support. Thank you for everything that you've done so far. You guys are great. You guys are awesome, and I really thank you. Let's get to 100 subscribers, and I'm really gonna need your help, your guys' help, in order for me to get there. Okay. What you need to do is that you need to try to get more people to get to know more about the Cabana Podcast. Tell your mother, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your father, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everybody that there's finally something else to do. There's something good to do on Tuesday nights, and that is, of course, listen to the Cabana Podcast. So tell everybody, share as much as you can, and hey, if you are a nerd and you have more nerdy friends out there, invite them to watch this show, man. I really appreciate it, and we'll keep growing and being a better community than compared to a lot of negative communities that are out there. I can guarantee you that, guys. Anyways, let's get into a special shout out to my boy Chariot Man Gaming. Yeah, that boy Chariot Man is the Cabana Member of the Month. He became the Cabana Member of the Month last podcast, and he's going to be the Cabana Member of the Month for the rest of the month. So yeah, that guy right there, Sharon Man Gaming, definitely a guy that you guys should check out. Dude, I'm gonna put his Twitter, of course, in the little panel thing that I'm going to have, that I'm gonna have around myself when you guys check this podcast. Right now I can't see it because of course this is pre-recorded for now. Hopefully it'll become live in the future. Sharon Man Gaming will be joining me. He will be joining me next week, guys. Next week he's going to be my special guest, and he's going to be eating mamma mia, a delicious pizza that yours truly is going to get him for being the Cabana member of the month. Yeah, Sharon Man Gaming. Thank you. Shout outs to him and check him out. Anyways, let's get into topic. I've talked too much. It's 7 minutes literally right now of the podcast, and I just, man, when I do these podcasts, let me tell you, I get super excited, guys. I've had a very stressful day today. It's been stressful. It's been crazy for me. And I know that you guys may be saying, how is it so stressful if he's this energetic, if he's feeling this energetic? Well, for one, I'm having coffee. Thank you very much. Another thing is, I don't know, every time I sit down in here and I get in front of this camera and I get in front of this microphone, I just feel energy. Electricity in the air, just like The Rock, the most electrifying man in sport entertainment. That's how I feel, guys. That's how I feel. So, yeah, lots of energy. Don't care about what happened today. Don't care about anything negative that is happening to me right now. The fact that I'm doing this is what is making me happy, and I am on my happy place right now. So anyways, guys, let's get into topic. Let's talk a little bit about Aquaman. Yeah, Aquaman, the guy that talks to fish. Now, in all seriousness, that was a meme thanks to the Super Friends. Have you guys ever seen that cartoon? Yeah, it's a very old cartoon that was released. I think it was in the 70s. I am not sure. But you can look it up on Google, Super Friends. Yeah, definitely. It's a very old cartoon. And Aquaman didn't do much. You know, not like Batman or Wonder Woman, who were always, on top of everything. But Aquaman had just such a bad fame for doing like the basically I talk to fish, the I talk to switch thing. So he got that bad fame, and honestly, I will say this: I was not very interested in Aquaman myself. Not very interested at all. It's crazy. I just never really cared for him too much. Maybe it has to do with the fact that the bad fame that he had for that show actually got a hold of me as well. But hey, whatever, right? Now, there is going to be an Aquaman movie releasing soon. It's going to be releasing soon, and we got 2 trailers, okay? I remember I saw the first trailer along with the Shazam, which is another DC superhero that I like. For those of you who didn't know, I'm a DC fan. I don't know if you can see, but right there, lots of Batman figure, lots of Harley Quinn figures. I got Wonder Woman right here. I'm a big DC fan, guys. Like really, 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 really. I really love DC. I mean, I love what they do, okay? No, not any shots at Marvel or anything like that. I really like Marvel as well. But if I had to pick between both companies, I like DC better. That's just me. Again, that's just my humble opinion. You may have another opinion, and that's totally fine. More power to you. But in my opinion, I think that DC does a great job when it comes to like comic books, when it comes to animated shows, when it comes to animated movies, and a lot of other things. Unfortunately, I can't say very much about the cinematic universe because honestly, with all the respect that DC fans, to all DC fans, I mean, the movies have not been the greatest. Now, this is my opinion again. This is just not me stating it's fact. Although the amount of people that really dislike these movies are a pretty big amount to basically say that these movies are not very good. They've reviewed bad, most of them, and stuff like that. Like, everything started, I feel, with Batman versus Superman. Batman versus Superman, when I went to the theater to see it, I had lots of hopes. I thought it was going to be a great movie. And when I saw it, didn't like it. I didn't. There were so many factors in there that really made me not appreciate it. Now, there are actually some people that I know that say that they enjoyed this movie. I particularly didn't. And that's my humble opinion. If you like Batman vs. Superman or any other of the DC movies that I didn't like, I am jealous of you, because I really wanted to enjoy these movies, but I just couldn't. There was certain factors about them that didn't make me enjoy them as much as I would have liked. So, didn't like Man of Steel. I liked. A lot of people say they didn't like it, but I liked Man of Steel. I thought it was fine. Now, Batman vs. Superman, I didn't like. Suicide Squad was weird, because Suicide Squad, when I went to the theater, I remember enjoying it, but then when I rewatched it on Blu-ray, I remember getting very bored. So, and I saw the uncut version of it, so there were more things added to it. I didn't. No, I didn't like Suicide Squad. Like I said, at first I did, but then I realized that it wasn't that much of a good movie, in my opinion. Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot. Wonder Woman. I enjoyed Wonder Woman. And it's probably one of the best DC movies that have been released, in my opinion, recently. Wonder Woman, I do accept it was very good. I did enjoy it. I cannot see any other woman besides Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman. I guess you can say Linda Carter, but at the same time, I mean, of course she's not going to play Wonder Woman now. She was definitely a great Wonder Woman back then. I don't care what anybody says about the cheesiness about that show, okay? You guys respect Linda Carter, because she did a very good Wonder Woman at the time, and she was, I mean, she's gorgeous, you know. Even to this day, she has maintained her appearance. But Gal Gadot, that's the Wonder Woman from now, and that's the one that I see as Wonder Woman. I don't see any other woman playing Wonder Woman. So, yeah, that's how it is. Now, Shazam, the trailer was okay. You know, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look amazing, in my opinion. That, of course, can change in the future. Aquaman is interesting, because the first trailer they showed, I didn't like. I thought it was just boring, more boring stuff. But let me tell you, they released another Aquaman trailer. Pretty recently, actually last week, if I'm not mistaken. And let me tell you, I mean, I enjoyed that trailer. I thought it was a very good trailer, a very well done trailer. Like I said, I don't know much about Aquaman, because I never got into it, into the comics, and you know, and whatever he was on. I never got into Aquaman at all. So I know very little about Aquaman as a whole. I really do. I know who Aquaman is. I know his wife Mera. I also know other characters in the Aquaman universe, because they've done crossovers with other DC characters in comic books, and I do have lots of DC comic books, guys. Let me see if let me show you. I do have lots of these DC comic books. This is not it. I have an even bigger pile, like 5 times bigger down here. I'm just not gonna pull everything out, but you look, these are all DC comic books, okay? They're all DC comic books. I enjoy DC, all right? Now, regarding Aquaman, I do think that this trailer looks very good. I think that there were so many things that made it more interesting than the first trailer did. I think I forgot the name of the actor. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm not into Aquaman. I'm the guy who's playing him. I don't know him very well. I know from what I understand, he's from Game of Thrones. I don't know. The guy, like, he looks good. He definitely looks like he could play Aquaman very well. I did not see the Justice League, so I don't know how he did there. But again, as I was discussing with one of my pals on Twitter, it's not so much the actor sometimes, it's just the script. An actor can only do but so much if the script sucks. So if this is awesome, if this, you know, if he's a good actor, which I've been told that he is, and the script is awesome, then you got an awesome combo right there. But if not, then it's gonna suck. You know, even if the actor is as good as he can be, if the script sucks, it's gonna suck. No matter what. No matter what. So you guys out there who judge actors over pretty much everything, the whole movie being sucky and stuff like that, you guys need to stop. Okay? You guys need to stop. Because sometimes it's not just the actor, it's just the script. Jesse Eisenberg, I didn't think he was a good Lex Luthor, but it's not so much because he's a bad actor. It's just because of the script. The script sucked in Batman vs. Superman. Again, my opinion, but it sucked. You know? So, anyways, Aquaman movie looks good. I'm excited. For some reason, it kind of sort of feels like Thor. And I'm excited for it. Oh, how am I going to forget? Dude, this has to be, let me get a little closer. This has to be the best interpretation of superheroes that I've also seen. Dude, the costume of Aquaman, yo, that looks legit. Like, it really does look legit. It really does look like it's taken out of the comic book. Like, I was never a fan of how Aquaman looked. You know, they gave him like a couple, you know, different designs, and like when it comes to clothing and stuff like that throughout his comic book life and all that. But this version, like, I don't know. I guess like the way he appears in that trailer with that superhero costume that represents the original Aquaman. I don't know, but all of a sudden, I love it. I love how it looks. I love how it looks, man. I never thought I would like how Aquaman's you know, costume looks, but you know, in the movie he looks cool. Another one that it looks like they just took out of the comic book was Black Manta. Black Manta, yo! Like, Black Manta looks awesome, dude. He looks just like in the comic books. Again, it's like the only supervillain that I know out of Aquaman, because, like I said, there's been a lot of crossovers, you know, and Black Manta has been a supervillain in other comic books, you know, that are not necessarily like Aquaman's mainly. So, yeah, seeing him in there, it looks just out of the comic book. Dude, I'm excited for this movie. I don't know what you think about that, but I'm super excited about Aquaman. Are you excited about Aquaman? Just leave it down in the comment section below, guys. So, we're done with Aquaman. There's nothing else more to talk about. There's limited information. I can't go in depth when it comes to Aquaman because I don't know much about Aquaman. So, but I did want to express how excited I am for this movie. I was not excited. I didn't care about it, but now I do. Now let's jump into the next topic. The next topic we have is Dragon Ball Super Broly. Let me sip coffee first, okay? Yeah, I know. You know, a lot of people say that I do have like Dracula fangs. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, anyways, guys. So, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Am I excited? What the hell is that question? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see my guy Goku, my boy Vegeta. Okay. For those of you out there, if you ever ask yourself, what is Ray's Cabana's favorite character in the Dragon Ball universe? Vegeta. He's my favorite character, okay? He's always been my favorite character. I actually hated him at first when I started watching Dragon Ball Z. back in the day when I was a kid, because I just thought that the Z Warriors did everything they could, and he just didn't die. He didn't die. That man just kept striving, kept striving. He didn't care. Even when Gohan turned into an Ozaru, a big ape, he was still fighting. He punched Gohan. I said, this guy is savage, bro. But anyways, Vegeta is my favorite character, and I'm happy and excited that I'm gonna be able to see him in Dragon Ball Super Broly. But, you know, the first trailer we saw from Broly is a very long trailer, and of course, I am not gonna go over the trailers. I'm going to leave them in the description below, both trailers, so you guys can take a look at it if you are a Dragon Ball fan. Okay, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, go ahead and check it out. Or if you're coming to the Nerdy Cabana, if you are coming to Nerdy Cabana right now to see what I have to say about Dragon Ball Super Broly, I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. We are planning to talk about topics like these on the podcast, definitely. Hopefully you like Nintendo Switch, because I love the living heck out of Nintendo Switch, and that's going to be a lot of the topics that I'm also going to talk about in my other videos. And today, okay? Now, Dragon Ball Super Broly. So, those of you who follow me on Twitter saw that I posted that today I was going to be talking about how confused I am. And I feel, in my personal opinion, that there's a lot of reasons why to be, you know, that a lot of reasons to be confused about. There's a lot of things. A lot of things. I got the trailer right here, guys, and I'm gonna start in order, okay? I could say an order of my confusions, right? From what I'm the least confused to what I am the most confused, okay? So I'm not gonna play the trailer. I'm just gonna show like pictures. I guess you'll see it in the screen. If you're watching the podcast and not listening to it, you're gonna see what I have on screen right now. So what do we see right there? We see Goku, right? Goku is a kid. Is a baby, basically, right? But if we keep scrolling a little bit forward, we see Bardock, and then we see King Vegeta, and then we see there baby Vegeta. Baby Vegeta. You saw that? Baby Vegeta, right? And then if we go back a little bit after that, or maybe is it after, is it after or before that? Anyways, I think it's before Baby Goku. I think it's before Baby Goku, guys, that we get to see. Let me see. I think it may be. Well, anyways, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth or anything like that. The thing is that basically we see Baby Broly, man. Baby Broly, just like in one of those, just in the same state as Baby Goku and Baby Vegeta are, man. We see that, and that's where my first confusion comes in. You may be asking yourself, what are you talking about, Ray? What confusion do you have? You clearly saw Baby Vegeta, Baby Goku, and Baby Broly, and they are all, you know, they are all basically inside of a machine with water and all of that, you know, babies. And I may say, yeah, sure, but you're missing the point. My point is, the reason why I'm so confused about that, it's because, as far as I'm concerned, okay, now I'm not a Dragon Ball encyclopedia. I am not, okay? If you wanna hear somebody, a Dragon Ball encyclopedia, just go and watch somebody like Geekdom 101. Geekdom 101 is a pro when it comes to theories and all these other things that I have no idea about when it comes to Dragon Ball. But to my knowledge, Vegeta was always older than Broly and Goku, okay? I don't remember exactly how much older, but it was quite a bit. As far as I'm concerned, when Goku was still a baby, Vegeta was already a kid. So in this trailer, it seems like they're all the same age. Now, I don't know, this could be something, I don't know, this could be different shots of the trailer. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to tell you guys. But it does seem like they wanna make them be the same age in this movie. Why? Why? I mean, now keep in mind, the first Broly movies were not canon to the story, to Dragon Ball Z's main story. So this particular movie, Dragon Ball Super Broly, this is going to be canon. This has been confirmed, okay? This is going to be canon to Dragon Ball, you know, to the Dragon Ball universe that you saw on TV, you know? And the manga, this is going to be canonized. So it's being stated canon, you know, it's being the fact that Vegeta, it's older than Goku, it has always been older than Goku, it's being canon. So why are they changing this? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why are they changing this? Now, I know, maybe you're saying, Ray, you're taking it, you know, way too, you know, no, don't come to me with that. Don't come to me with oh, you know, Ray, you're taking it, you know, just too much. It's too much. You're taking it way too bad. No. I'm excited for this movie, but how can I ignore something like that, man? I've been watching Dragon Ball since I was a kid, and when I see something like that, I'm confused. Okay, but age doesn't matter, right? Age doesn't matter that much. Age doesn't matter that much. So, I mean, that's not going to make Vegeta less of a badass, right? The fact that he's the same age as Goku? No, that's not going to make him, that's not going to make him less of a badass. That's not going to make Broly look less of a badass either, right? No, I mean, no, it's going to be fine, but it's definitely something very misleading. If you watch the rest of Dragon Ball Z and even Dragon Ball Super, you know that Vegeta is older, you know? Bulma is older than Goku as well. So it's so confusing, man. It's so confusing. There's a lot of things that I'm very confused about this movie. And here's number two, actually. Here's number two. Now I don't know, this could be lightning, I guess. I don't know, but Frieza, you'll probably see him in your screen right now. Frieza, I took it off, dang it. Okay, there you go. Frieza looks naked a little bit, or maybe not. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Frieza looks a little way too pink, you know, from what he used to like. And now keep in mind, this is first form Frieza. And if you saw Dragon Ball, let me see if I can get it. Okay, this is a better picture. Take a look, guys. So here is Frieza, right? Here is Frieza. Frieza looks absolutely naked in my opinion, okay? He looks way too pink. Now, could this be lightning? I don't freaking know. I remember watching Dragon Ball Z, and I see Dragon Ball Z all the time. I know how Frieza looks, and I can tell you that he did not look like that in the Namek saga. If you guys go back and you remember and you see how Frieza used to look, Frieza's like this part of the face, it was purple, okay? Now, I can see right here in the trailer that his hands are also purple. And I see that his arms are purple. I mean, not purple, pink. In the original in Dragon Ball Z, it was pink. He did have some lines. You know, it was pink with lines. I remember that. And just like his tail is like, it was pink with lines. I remember that. And his torso in here What's is that an armor? Is he naked? I don't understand. Now, for those of you who are you know, Dragon Ball fanatics and stuff like that, I know you were probably saying, hey, Ray, Frieza always looked naked when he was in his final form. I know that. I know that. But why does he look so pink in here? He reminds me. I don't know if you guys like SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, I'm not a, you know, I've seen enough of it, but I am not a SpongeBob fan, right? But there's an episode where they show Mr. Crab without his crab shell. And, I mean, he just reminds me, when I see Frieza like this, he reminds me of that version of Mr. Krabs without his shell. And let me tell you, I don't know, it's weird to me. It probably doesn't have an explanation, because here's the thing, guys. When it comes to Dragon Ball, there's so many things that are very confusing. There's so many things that create plot holes in the story, and there's no reason behind it. Although we try to search, although we want an answer sometimes, there's no reason why Akira Toriyama changes things so much. There really isn't. But I really wish, as a Dragon Ball fan, that we had more explanation. This is one of the things that are simple, but it really throws me off. I've been scratching my head throughout the whole weekend, guys, trying to figure out why does Frieza look like this. Frieza, in the Namek Saga, without the Saiyan armor, he had basically it looked like a white armor behind it, and then he had, you know, his skin, which was pink with lines. I remember that. But I thought that white armor that Frieza had, I thought that was part of his body, because well, not his father, but like, I guess like other, how would you call it? Other people from like the Frieza's race, they always have that sort of armor. So I thought that white armor looking thing that they usually use behind the Saiyan armor, I thought that was just part of their bodies, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not a Dragon Ball encyclopedia. I am a Dragon Ball fan, but I'm not an encyclopedia. So if you know any reason of this, if there's confirmation, which I'm pretty sure there isn't, why Frieza looks like this, leave them down in the comment section below. Okay, now on to the last thing that confused the heck out of me about the Broly movie. And now like I said, there's a bunch of things that I'm very confused about when it comes to this movie, but I'm just listing 3 of the main things that make me confused. And I'll show you the third one. This is probably the one that has me the most confused. So in this part of the trailer, we see, you guys probably saw it already. We see Goku's mom, and we see Bardock, which, I'm sorry guys, but old Bardock to me, I don't hate this version of Bardock. He looks exactly the same as regular Bardock. He just doesn't have the same armor. He doesn't have the headband. He doesn't have any of that. But he looks fine. I mean, and Goku's mom, we've seen her in mangas before. I don't know. I mean, I like her character design, but I don't know. I like Bardock being the badass that he was. As a matter of fact, a lot of people have always asked themselves, what if Goku and Bardock actually saw each other eye to eye? And now, by seeing this trailer, I know that Bardock, more than likely, is just going to feel a lot of compassion for Goku. But see, the old Bardock, it would have been very interesting to see how Goku and Bardock actually interacted. Because the old Bardock didn't seem as compassionate as this version. Now, he was compassionate, you know, to his friends and all of that. But he didn't look as compassionate as this. You know, he seemed to care about Goku, but not as much as this. But that's just me. And another thing that we have to realize is that the other version of Bardock is not canon either. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate, but he's not canon. This version that you're seeing right here, this is the canon version of Bardock. This was how Akira Toriyama wrote him. So I guess we have to accept things for what they are, right? All right, so you probably okay. So you guys probably saw. Okay, so look at this. Okay, so Goku. I don't know. This is not really working with me so well. But Goku, basically, what they showed right there is that Bardock and Goku's mom sent him to Earth. Okay, but did you see how Goku looked though? Did you see that? Goku was not a baby anymore. Goku was a kid. Okay? He seemed to be as old as, you know, as we saw him in the first season of the original Dragon Ball. Now, a lot of you may say, well, Ray, I mean, it is what it is. You know, his kid go. No, let me remind you something, guys. Let me remind you. And this was canon, okay, in Dragon Ball. Just in case you don't remember, unless you are a Dragon Ball encyclopedia, again, you know what I'm going to say about. But for those of you out there who don't know, Goku was sent to Earth, to destroy planet Earth, as a baby. As a baby, you know. He went to planet Earth as a baby to destroy planet Earth. You know, that's what they did. You know, the Saiyans sent him to Earth as a baby to destroy planet Earth. Now, Gohan, not Gohan, not his son, because his son obviously wasn't born. Grandpa Gohan, the guy that Goku calls Grandpa, he found Goku in the abandoned spaceship. You know, he found Goku, and what he did is that he took Goku with him because, I mean, what are you going to do if you see a baby, right? By himself in the street. What are you going to do? You know, you're going to pick him up. You're going to take him with you. You're going to try to do the best. You're going to try to take care as best as you can. You know, and, you know, in the real world, we would try to see what we can do about that situation. But in Dragon Ball, what he did is that he took Goku with him. He raised him. He's trying to raise him, but Goku was a very wild baby because Goku is a Saiyan. Goku is a Saiyan. He comes from a race of warriors, of alien warriors. So he was a wild baby. And when one day when Gohan and Goku, they were going out for a walk, I don't remember for what. I mean, you know, I remember the story, but I don't remember like every single detail right there, you know, what they were doing. But I know that they were out on a walk, and Gohan was carrying Goku like with a backpack, you know, and Goku was behind and on his back. So what happened was that Goku fell out of that, and they were going up a hill or a mountain. Like I said, I don't remember every detail, but Goku fell from that backpack that Gohan had. He fell all the way down, hit himself in the head with a rock, lost his memory, and became the Goku that we know today. He became a loving kid. He became a kid that was easy to raise. He became a lot like a human, not like a Saiyan. So that's how Goku became who he is today. But in this trailer, as you can clearly see, we see Goku's father, Bardock, and Goku's mother sent him to planet Earth as he is a kid, not as a baby, as a kid. So I know that Akira Toriyama wrote a manga about this, but what do Dragon Ball fans do though? What do we do? Like, what do we believe? Because the other story that I just told you guys, that was the canon. That was canon. That was canon. And this clearly over here is also a canon movie. This is going to be canonized. So I would like to ask Akira Toriyama or any Dragon Ball fan out there that may be able to enlighten me in the comment section below. What are we supposed to believe? What are we supposed to believe now? Okay? What are we supposed to believe? Are we supposed to believe the original Dragon Ball story, or are we supposed to believe this more than the original Dragon Ball story? Because I'm confused as hell of what's going on. Either or, I'm not complaining, guys. I'm not complaining. I'm just excited. I'm just passionate about this, and I really wish I could have an answer, but I don't. And that's what happens. This is how I get it when I don't have an answer, you know, to any of this. So if any of you guys are Dragon Ball fanatics, please make things clear to me if they make sense, because I know that Akira Toriyama sometimes just doesn't make sense. One good example about that is Trunks. You guys remember how Trunks looked in the Android saga? Yeah, he had, you know, his hair, you know, he was, you know, a teenager and all that. He had like purple hair, you know, coming down here and stuff like that. Okay, then in Dragon Ball Super, that same Trunks has blue hair, blue eyebrows. They changed him completely, and they didn't even give us a reason. And I'm still confused to this day of why Trunks looks like that. I don't even know. Some of my buddies told me, well, the reason why they probably changed that is because Toei Animation didn't want people to get confused between Kid Trunks and Future Trunks. I don't know about you guys, but I don't buy that, because I am not stupid and I can tell the difference between an adult and a kid. I don't know about you guys, but I can. Especially in Dragon Ball, okay? Especially in Dragon Ball, that we've gotten two versions of Trunks, and we've known about these two versions of Trunks for a long time. So I don't know. If it makes sense, guys, try to make it clear in the comment section below. I love you for that. Anyways, guys, 42 minutes, 15 seconds in. Woo! I think we actually are doing a very good job today. I've kept on point when it comes to the topics. And this last minutes, because I'm going to try to make this an hour podcast. I wish I could make it longer, but we as adults, we have other things that we have to do. So the last thing on the last topic on the podcast that I wanted to talk about was a rant. Okay, it was a rant, and I may have to get some. Let me see. I may have to get some Twitter stuff. Okay, in order for me to talk about, because give me a moment. All right. So I got some stuff right here, man. Basically, what I'm going to talk about right now, guys, and if you're watching the podcast right now, I apologize. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm not paying attention to anything, to you guys, to the camera, or anything like that, but I'm trying to find something on my cell phone that really wanted to show you guys. Okay, how many times did I say it really there? Jesus Christ. Anyways, guys, yeah, the last topic that I wanted to start, guys, I wanted to start it off with a prediction. All right, it's gonna be a wild prediction. Okay, it's gonna be a wild prediction. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to rumble? Are you guys ready to hear my awesome, super, hyper, amazing prediction? 3, 2, 1, let's go. The PS5 is going to have more than one model. It's not gonna be just a regular PS5. There's also gonna be a PS5 revised version of it. You guys like my prediction? Do you guys like my prediction? Do you guys like my prediction? What do you think of my prediction? Hold on. Let me respond to that. Ray, that's so freaking obvious that we are gonna get more than a PS5 version. That's so obvious. Why do you shame yourself in predicting something so obvious? Well, guys, there were some rumors by the Wall Street Journal. Wall Street Journal that indicates that they supposedly know that there will be a Switch revision for next year, okay? So, this is a rumor. And what do you do with rumors? You take them with a grain of salt, right? You take them with a grain of salt. Because you just never know. They may turn out to be real, but they may not turn out to be real, right? So when I saw those rumors, what did I do? I zipped my mouth. I think I may have given an opinion about it, but I did not say anything about, hey, it's true, this is coming, hey, blah, blah, blah. So what does social media does, especially Twitter? What do? Switch Pro confirmed! Switch Pro confirmed! Oh, so the Switch Pro is coming! So, oh, I was right! So the Switch Pro is coming! Oh, so-and-so, and you guys may know what who I'm talking about here. If you follow him on Twitter and you follow me, so-and-so predicted that there was going to be a new version of the Switch for next year. So-and-so predicted it. Think about that. You want me to tell you what I think about? How about you stop living in another world and you analyze what Nintendo does? Why is it such a big deal that Nintendo is releasing another version of the Nintendo Switch? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mean that it's not a big deal, because to us, to Nintendo fans, exciting. But why is it so strange? Why are people making this sound like it's something out of this world when Nintendo has done that plenty of times? Nintendo did that with the 3DS. Nintendo did that with the DS. Nintendo did that with the Wii. Nintendo did that. Nintendo has been doing this for a long time. Sorry, I'm even coughing now. Nintendo has been doing this for a while, guys. This is nothing extraordinary. It's hype. It's awesome that they're doing it. Don't get me wrong. I like the fact that they do revisions. Well, not so close out of release, because, I'm kind of a broke ass, and unfortunately I don't have much money to be paying, for new consoles and stuff like that. But it's still hype though. And a lot of people are probably gonna be hyped. But why is it so amazing that out of nowhere, Nintendo may be releasing a new version of the Switch? That is obvious. Stop calling yourself the supernatural. The supernatural predictor out of planet Earth, that knows what you're thinking 2 days before you even process it in your head. No, stop, really. You look silly, you guys, because honestly, it's a lot of people, look silly, I'll just keep it at that. Silly. Okay? It looks silly. Okay? My Twitter feed was literally like for 3 days, even today, I think, there were some things about the Nintendo Switch Pro. About people talking about, oh, the Switch Pro is coming. Guys, nobody confirmed that this is going to be a Switch Pro. Nobody. Whoever started up with that Switch Pro thing, really don't listen to them. Make your own judgment. Take these type of things with a grain of salt, guys. Don't go ahead and start believing what everybody on Twitter says, because a lot of times, especially those out there who actually call themselves like amazing predictors, most of the times they are wrong. They turn out to be wrong. And the only thing you have to do in order for you to understand if this is a Switch Pro or not is just read the article of the Wall Street Journal, okay? And even when you read that article, you shouldn't even take it serious either, because it's still a rumor. But based on the description that the Wall Street Journal described, does that sound like a Switch Pro to you? Does it sound like a Switch Pro to you? I'll give you I'll give you 2 seconds to answer that. 1, 2, I'll answer it for you. No, it does not look like a Switch Pro. I am not doubting, guys, on the existence of a Switch revision. I'm not denying it. But a Switch Pro is very, 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 very difficult to see right now. I'm not saying that it can't come, but I'm not gonna go ahead out and be out there and start saying we are going to get a Switch Pro, because I am going to be hyping up. People will probably, you know, guys, folks, you know how this is, okay? One person starts getting hyped, then the other person starts getting hyped. Then you close your eyes, open them up, and a whole community's hyped about this. We can't have that. I'm a very cool guy. I'm a very, you know, those of you who interact with me on Twitter know I have no problem, dude. I have no problem talking to anybody. I have no problem if you message me and I have the time to answer, I will answer you. If you see me in here on YouTube and I see a comment from you, I'll answer you. I'm a pretty good guy. I'm not the best guy in the world or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that. But these type of things, misleading, you know, taking rumors as facts, or randomly be out there, you know, trying to take credit over something as obvious and silly as this, and misleading people in general, it does pisses me off. I do have to admit it. There are certain Twitter users that I'm always behind their freaking back. They may be thinking that I'm just a hater of them, but I'm not. I am not a hater. It's just that misinformation really leads into dangerous things. Now, there have been a lot of instances, I will say this, there have been a lot of instances that I've known a couple of things, okay? I try to keep I don't say anything. I don't put out the person out there, you know, or who told me. But there's times that I know certain things, you know? There's times that I know certain things. Like Animal Crossing, I knew it was going to get announced on the Nintendo Switch. I didn't know that it was going to get announced. I didn't know what time of the month it was going to get announced. I just knew that in the next Nintendo Direct, it was going to get announced, okay? But I don't go ahead and start saying those type of things, because those are reputation killers. Those kill your reputation. They mess you up completely. I've seen guys that have done this a couple of times. Their subscribers just go downhill, you know, because a lot of these guys are content creators. Their subscribers just don't go down to the drain, and they are still recovering from that, and they still do it. They still do it to this day. They still do it to this freaking day, okay? And it blows my mind, the fact that there are people that still believe these predictors. I can't believe it. It drives me insane. I can't believe it. Now, I'm not saying that these guys have always been wrong. I'm not saying that. They've been right a couple of times. But they've been wrong so many damn times that it's just hard to take them serious. It's just hard. Here is a comment that I read from somebody on Twitter. His name is Lou Silver, and he says something very interesting and very true to what I'm saying. So in one of these special people that I'm talking about, he left a comment saying, are we really going to sit here and act like a Nintendo Switch revision is the biggest discovery ever? Nintendo does this all the damn time. What's worst is that you are building false hope for people to think that this is some sort of pro box when it isn't. Lou Silver, thank you. Thank you. If I had you in front of me, I would hug the lip. I would give you a bear hug and probably crush your bones. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. That is so true. Like I said, I don't doubt that there could be a revision of the Switch. I don't doubt that. Hey, maybe in the future, I will say this. Maybe in the future, there could even be a version of the Switch that may be somewhat powerful than the Switch that we already have. Okay, it can happen. I'm not, but I'm not talking about next year. I'm not talking about the year after. I'm talking about in the future. Okay, in the future. I don't know if it may happen. I don't know. I don't have any information right now. I'm not gonna start saying that I'm gonna predict anything. No, I don't know. It may happen. Okay, because there's nothing impossible in this life. It's not even impossible for you to fly. You can hop on an airplane and fly. Well, if you're thinking about flying like Peter Pan or something like that, well, yeah, it's impossible. But you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean. Anything could happen. Maybe it could happen. But a Switch Pro right now, I really doubt it. And I really please, those of you, I know some of you, I will say this. I know some of you, I've seen your Twitter, and some of you have stopped and said, I would rather wait. Let's just rather wait and see what's going to happen. And good that you've done that. It's good. It's good that you've done that. Guys, if you're ever going to be like a predictor of, whatever company you want, Microsoft, Sony, Microsoft, Sony, what the hell? Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, Nvidia, Dell, DC, Marvel, whatever company you want. If you're ever going to be a predictor, if you're ever going to predict something out of that, make sure that your sources are believable. Please do. Because let me tell you, being a predictor is one of those careers that if you get it right, you're going to get a lot of praise over it. But if you get it wrong, you are going to suffer the consequences. You're not going to be taken serious for the rest of your life. The fact that some of these guys are still taken serious blow my mind. Blow my mind. It really does. Blows my mind. But they do. Some people really do believe them. I say make your own judgment, okay? Wait and see what the companies that you believe that may release something are going to do. Wait. Let's sit down, let's wait, and stuff like that. I am not desperate for a Switch Pro. I am not desperate for a Switch revision. I may not even get a Switch revision. And you guys may not want the same thing, may want the same thing as I do. Maybe you don't want a Switch revision right now. Maybe you don't want to pay more money right now. Maybe you just want to keep your Switch and keep playing games like this, like yours truly right here. So, guys, let's be careful. Twitter, special Twitter users, stop, 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 and stop. Well, guys, we are 1 hour in 59 minutes, 55 seconds. This is the end of the Cabana podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying in here. And those of you who have subscribed after watching this podcast, thank you very much for subscribing, guys. Honestly, let me tell you, you are going to get here awesome content. The content you're going to find here is not going to be the same content that you watch usually, but it's good because it's going to be a different experience, okay? So thank you very much, sir, for subscribing, and I hope that you guys are looking forward to Friday's video. Now, guys, remember, next week we're having your boy, Chariot Man Gaming. Yeah, and he's gonna be in the podcast, and we're gonna nerd out while he eats some mamma mia, some pizza, and we're gonna have a great time. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and watching the Ray Cabana, the Nerdy Cabana, the Cabana Podcast, the Cabana Podcast, and I'll see you then. Next episode and this Friday's video. You guys have a blessed one. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.